their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Young on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 3, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. This is Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. On second down, Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. That's to his running back, complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Young back near the goal line. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
No.
From the 39, Young. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Shoot! Wait! It's 59. Mike to 59.
They go play action. Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To the air once more. Young. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 4.
Elliott. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never... ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Cleveland Farrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Young. He'll find Metcalf. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for New England. 46 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st and 10, Young. And it's caught.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Back to the mic. Let's go. No, check that.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman, and he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Ryan now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again, Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed, indeed. That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you down to Orlando. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now Ryan. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious.
So they make the decision to kick it on 4th and inches. That close, and they decide not to go for it.
Well, but short of going for it, I think they got as good of a result as they could have gotten.
Yeah, if you're not going to go for it in that situation, yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, here's Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the short pass, having the first down. He said, well, let's get a little more than the first down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now, and he got 6 points for it. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he's got his man on the out route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And Rudolph has it left side. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
Get ready.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. This to Jarwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And some room to run. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
59, Mike. Check, 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike, check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Young. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Keep playing.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Jim. 59, Mike. Check.
It's Young on first down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Young now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Muscles him off.
Let's go.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Out. 45 the Mike. All day, dog. Hey, check Mike 45.
A first down throw for Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held check on the scoreboard.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Young to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, Young. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushes him over. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Freeman again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Now here's Ross. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So the Patriots now down by a field goal, and time a huge factor. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. John Ross, 89 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Back to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. He's back to throw.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A gain on the play.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
First
and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That's track. Hey.
They'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Ryan. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he will find Ridley on the left side. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Ryan to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down.
Holy shit,
9.
what a fucking win. God damn it.
Charles,
let's go.
To the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Pats, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.